Mark was a skilled detective known for catching criminals, but one case had haunted him for years, the case of a dangerous criminal named Victor, who always managed to escape just when Mark was about to catch him. One day, Mark received a tip that Victor was hiding in an old, abandoned factory on the edge of the city. Mark knew this was his chance. He grabbed his gun, put on his jacket, and headed out. He couldn't let Victor slip away again. The factory was dark and silent when Mark arrived. He moved quietly, his eyes scanning every corner. He knew Victor was smart, but Mark was determined to end this chase once and for all. Suddenly, Mark heard a noise, a metal door creaking open. He quickly hid behind a large machine and watched as Victor stepped out of the shadows. Mark's heart raced. This was it. "Victor, it's over! You can't run anymore!" Mark shouted as he stepped out, pointing his gun at Victor. But Victor just smiled, his eyes cold and calculating. "You think you've got me, detective? You have no idea what you're dealing with." Before Mark could react, Victor threw a smoke bomb on the ground. Thick smoke filled the room, making it hard to see. Mark coughed and tried to find Victor through the haze, but the criminal was already on the move. Mark chased after him, dodging obstacles and trying to keep up. The factory was like a maze, with narrow hallways and rusted staircases. Victor led him through each one, always staying just out of reach. The chase took them to the rooftop, where the wind howled and the ground was slick with rain. Mark knew he couldn't let Victor escape again. He pushed himself harder, running faster than ever before. Finally, Mark cornered Victor at the edge of the roof. Below them was a long drop to the ground. There was nowhere left for Victor to go. "Give up, Victor. It's over," Mark said, his voice steady despite the adrenaline pumping through him. Victor looked down at the drop, then back at Mark. "You're right, detective. It is over. For you." With a sudden move, Victor lunged at Mark, trying to knock him off balance, but Mark was ready. He dodged the attack and grabbed Victor's arm, twisting it behind his back. Victor struggled, but Mark held on tight. "This ends now," Mark said through gritted teeth. With one final effort, Mark forced Victor to the ground and handcuffed him. The chase was finally over. As Mark led Victor away, the rain began to pour. But this time it felt different. It felt like the weight on Mark's shoulders was finally lifted. He had caught Victor, and justice would be served. Mark knew there would be other criminals, other chases, but for now, he allowed himself to breathe, knowing he had won this battle. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for more easy-to-understand stories that will help you learn English.